Well, the clock just struck 8 o'clock for you on this Saturday morning, and we're giving you this live view from downtown St. Louis overlooking the Gateway Arch. Look at the sun and the clouds right up above the arch right there. This view thanks to our Ford Skycam. 72 degrees out there. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Justin Andrews in for Taylor. Quick check of the forecast with First Alert meteorologist Leah Hill. We've got a pretty good day today, but we are watching for some rain and some storms. A Missouri judge is ordering the Secretary of State to rewrite the language of an abortion ban measure. The judge said the current ballot summary and language were, quote, insufficient and unfair. This comes after the state legislature passed a constitutional amendment aiming to ban most abortions in the state. Voters had already passed a measure to expand abortion access. The Secretary of State has 7 days to revise the statement. The measure is set to appear on Missouri's ballot in November of 2026. A wave of calls about a gas smell kept county fire crews and Spire responding nonstop since Thursday night. People living in that North County community complained of a rotten egg smell hanging in the air. Our Sean Logging is hearing from those people and getting to the bottom of this odor. Win for steel workers in the St. Louis Metro. U.S. Steel announced slab production will continue at Granite City Works. U.S. Steel revised a decision that had local jobs in limbo. Earlier this month, the company planned to stop shipping in steel slabs to the Metro East Mill, shifting work elsewhere under new ownership. Well, now that change is off the table, giving workers hope for the future. The mill is protected from closing until June 2027. Happening today, the Great Forest Park Balloon Race is ready to take off. After last night's brilliant balloon glow, the St. Louis skies will be filled with color and excitement. First Alert 4's Haley Kirby is live for us in Forest Park this morning, talking to organizers who make it all happen. Good morning to you, Haley. Yeah, for sure. Keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully the weather doesn't wobble any plans out there, but we know they're prepared if it does. Thank you so much, Haley. Leah, let's talk about it. Is the weather going to affect things? I want you to take a look at this video here. This is at Warm Springs Ranch in Boonville, about 2 hours west of St. Louis. Yeah, this adorable video shows us a new baby foal born just days ago. Well, this ranch is home to the famous Budweiser Clydesdales and is welcoming both a new baby boy and girl. And timing really could be perfect because this weekend there's an event that you can see the babies and the other Clydesdales there. You can get a ticket. That information right now is on the First Alert 4 news app. I always love looking at the Clydesdales, seeing them kind of grow up, and you know it's a staple right here in St. Louis.
They're so cute, and the babies are not small.
No, they're not.
That's the funny thing. You see the video, and you're like, oh, they're they're tiny, but no, they're bigger than we are.
Yes, they are. Huge.
It's impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not.
Balloon glow today, though, is going to be another one that's going to be great, but we are going to be looking at the skies more than just for the balloons, though. Got a chance of rain. More overnight protest in support of late-night host Jimmy Kimmel after ABC placed him on an indefinite suspension. President Donald Trump has since made comments putting other broadcast networks on notice. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavidez has the latest on this ongoing fallout. Still ahead, street drugs are more dangerous than ever, and users cannot be sure what's in them. We look at a disturbing trend uncovered by a St. Louis County lab. Also this morning, the St. Louis County executive's upcoming trial now moved to a new venue, and both sides say it was needed. We'll break down why coming up. All right, Leah, I want to get to an Amber Alert sent out of Northwest Missouri for 2 missing 12-year-old girls. Take a look at your screen here. On the left side is Emma Sue Hale. She's described as having long, dark blue hair and is around 5'2". On the right side is Emily Harrington, who is 5'4" and has a birthmark on the front of her neck. Officials say the 2 girls were last seen before 9 last night at a Rockport High School's football game. We're told officials believe they may be traveling with a man from California, but right now it's unknown what direction they may be traveling in. First Alert 4 investigates, confirms the head of St. Louis County, Sam Page, will face a judge or jury in southern Missouri. He's facing criminal charges tied to campaign materials. Well, St. Louis leaders have passed new legislation defining the sheriff's duties and putting his office under strict financial oversight. It comes after Sheriff Alfred Montgomery announced his office would no longer transport detainees from the city jail to the hospital. This legislation makes it clear they now have to. The bill also requires the sheriff to send written explanations to the city comptroller for certain expenses, and his office must provide monthly expense reports. Montgomery came under fire back in June when a budget committee learned his office had a deficit of more than $600,000. The legislation now heads to Mayor Kara Spencer's desk. It will go into effect once she signs it. Right now, the ongoing battle against opioids and other street drugs is one of the biggest threats to the St. Louis region. And now a federal grant is helping St. Louis County find out what exactly is in those drugs. Our Caroline Hecker takes us inside the lab, making the discoveries in a story you will only see right here on 4. It's 8:36 happening today. Thousands are expected to gather at Frizz Fest in Tower Grove Park. The event features more than 60 vendors, food trucks, and of course a hair show, where you can also enjoy a concert from singer Melanie Fiona. Well, it's known as one of the most prestigious balloon races in the world, and it's happening again today in Forest Park. Coming up in today's Saturday Throwback, we're taking you back decades with an early look at the Great Forest Park Balloon Race. Looking live right now at the Clark Bridge over in Alton. Things are looking pretty good so far. It's 8:37, 72 degrees. Yeah, everything sounds good. The voices, the instruments, all of it. The $140 million expansion and renovation comes with an education and learning center and a new rehearsal space. There's also expanded spaces for the community to gather before and along with those upgrades, I'm pretty sure the acoustics are sounding really a lot better in there probably, right? Have you ever had an idea to improve your neighborhood or maybe a city policy? A new website created by the city of St. Louis is working to compile those ideas. Still ahead, we're looking at some of the suggestions that are already causing quite a buzz. Missouri's Attorney General and Page's attorney agreed the election-related and stealing case should move from St. Louis County down to Springfield or Greene County. It was a decision both sides wanted. Page is currently facing 4 felonies. The charges that came down in July all stem from campaign materials addressed to voters about a ballot measure earlier this year. Page has said he will fight those charges. We got a statement from Page's attorney yesterday saying, quote, as the indictment is written, St. Louis County residents are the alleged victims, so a change of venue is appropriate, as the AG's office agreed.